Hey everyone, today on the Bulletin we are going to be talking E3 predictions, and we're going to hit the major three. That means Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Let's get into it. I'm Janet Garcia here with Nerd Much for the Bulletin. Starting with Nintendo, got a couple things to talk about as far as predictions go. First off, Smash will definitely be the spotlight of their E3. Virtual Console will be happening, and I'm going to predict that we'll start with 10 GameCube games available at launch of the service, but if I'm being more realistic with my prediction, we'll probably just see some old NES and SNES and N64 games because they've done that sort of thing already, so it seems pretty simple to probably roll that out, but on Switch's platform. Game of the month, so they'd already talked about having that bundled in with their online service, which we're going to hear more about super soon. First up is going to be Super Mario Bros. 3 with co-op functionality and an arcade mode of sorts so that people can, kind of compete against each other in some way. We're going to see a Metroid Prime collection available on Switch. This is going to be, to hype up the new Metroid Prime game that's coming out. And on that note, we're going to see Metroid Prime 4. We'll get a quick look at it, and we'll get a release window of early 2019. Also predicting Fallout New Vegas for Switch in Q4. We're seeing a bunch of ports of beloved games, and Fallout is a series that's really popular, so it just kind of makes sense to drop that over. We're going to get maybe some stuff on the Pokemon thing. I don't really know. That's being a little optimistic, but I think it would be such a huge deal for fans if they at least do the title. Maybe not something as far as a trailer, but something a little bit more than someone huddled over a white piece of paper like last year. So we'll see. Definitely going to get an update on Indies. We know they've been big on that, especially in terms of Switch, and Indies do amazing on Switch, so why wouldn't they be showing off some more Nindies, and probably updating any info on ones we already know about, so maybe just getting some release dates on things and getting teased with some new stuff as well. We're going to see Yoshi gameplay, and we're going to get the release window of Holiday 2018. We're going to see a new Bravely Default game for Switch, because the platform could kind of use that. We'll also see them show off Call of Duty and Wolfenstein 2 and Dark Souls, because, this isn't just your handheld console hybrid with all the cool Joy-Con colors. This is a hardcore place for gamers, so we're gonna definitely see that in there a little bit. We'll get some 3DS stuff because why not? So I'm thinking maybe a new Zelda game for 3DS or a port of an old Zelda game for 3DS. We are going to see, and this is kind of me being optimistic, but we're going to see a new F-Zero game on Switch. That's my dream. So we'll see if that ends up happening, or else we can just, always lean back on Fast RMX, which is already available. And we will see Animal Crossing for Switch. People have been dying for it, and I think I could see them maybe talking about Pocket Camp and, maybe adding some more content in that and teasing that and hyping that up a bit, and then mentioning Animal Crossing for Switch and just kind of dropping that in there as one of their big unveilings. And that does it for my Nintendo predictions. Going into Sony, we're going to get Call of Duty Black Ops 4. We'll get a release date and a trailer for that. We're going to see more footage from Days Gone because we didn't get a whole lot of that last year. Could kind of use a refresher. Spider-Man is going to be the belle of the ball when it comes to Sony because, that's ridiculously hyped. It was on the cover of Game Informer really recently. That game is the crux for them. We will still see some PSVR, but I'm not sure to what extent. I could see them maybe doing another release and then maybe a beloved game available via VR or with VR functionality would be really cool. We're gonna get some Kingdom Hearts footage, but it's not gonna be a 2018 game. They will showcase the Spyro trilogy, and then they will roll out another nostalgia trilogy because Sony loves to remind you of what they once were, as well as what they are, but also just remember back then, the good old days. And I'm hoping this will be something Sly Cooper related, so kind of a bundle of those games. We will see another remaster or remake of an overrated PS3 game because that's also what they're really into. So see something in that similar vein. Shenmue 3 will have its trailer and a release date. And last but certainly not least, we will get some more stuff from Death Stranding, Kojima's game. So maybe, last time we've been getting these really intense cinematic trailers. I'm hoping they go really weird with it and give us a PowerPoint or a slideshow of some sort. And that is my predictions for Sony. I'm really looking forward to what they do in terms of the conference, because they're always like super extra and like, you know, they kind of have that like, can games be art vibe, and it's a little ridiculous and over the top, but also really entertaining. So I can't wait for their conference. And that brings us to Xbox slash Microsoft's conference. Now, there's not a lot that I could think that this would be, because, you know, it's a little quiet over at Microsoft, but Crackdown 3 trailer, release date. More stuff from Ori and the Will of the Wisp, or Wisps. That game is awesome. Ori and the Blind Forest was awesome, so I'm so excited to get some more Ori. Ori was great. Not enough people played it. I don't know how many people played it, but I know it's not enough because that's how good the game is. We will get some type of like bumping of PUBG. They'll just be like, hey, check it out. It's really cool. I think they're going to try to save Sea of Thieves. I know some people that really love that game, but for the most part, it was not received very well. So I think they're going to try to, like, you know, kind of push that a little bit more and talk about maybe some new added content that they're going to have in that. We'll have a new Forza of some sort. I'm not really sure which version of Forza, but it will be to show off how cool the Xbox One X is. We will get more OG Xbox games because that's one thing that Microsoft does have going for them. Their, like, ability to kind of bring back old games through backwards compatibility or through Game Pass or stuff like that. So I think they're going to keep riding that wave. We'll get more indies. They're always really big on showing us a bunch of indies, that indie montage. So we'll definitely see more of that. Hopefully some like more concrete release dates for things like that. Like I would love to see Ooblets have like, you know, a little bit more of a stage at E3 because I'm really looking forward to that game. And they will somehow show us Minecraft again. Because they paid for it, so they're going to keep showing it to us. All right, and that does it for my E3 predictions for the big three conferences, so Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are thinking that we'll be seeing at E3, whether it's from the big three or any of the other conferences that I maybe didn't touch on as in depth. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys here next time. Bye.